All right. We are live. Y'all, this has taken over the YouTube universe. Anyone who has been following this, it has taken over the YouTube universe. I'm like, oh my God, this can really take over your life if you don't if you don't manage it well. Um, Let me see something. No. Where's my chats? Comments. Okay. Well, why can't I do both? Hi. Okay. All right, y'all. We're about to get started. I wanted to be able to access my Are You Marianne's Linen Honor? Am I Marianne's Linen Honor? I don't know. I'm for sure linen honors. I don't know about Marianne. Marianne too shaky right now. I don't know, but we're gonna work this out. I hope y'all got y'all pen and paper ready so that we can just kind of walk through this. We're literally gonna have to write this out, y'all, for real, because it's just too much. Okay, so we're literally going to have to write this out. And as y'all entering, can y'all just say hello? Just say, hey, where are you popping in from? Just so you know, I'm in Jersey City area, but I work in New York City. So, hey, y'all, welcome. All right. So let's start with this, right? So in September, she sent she sent Linen Honor the check, right? And she admits that she sent the check, right? So she knows what check she sent. She sent, have y'all seen the check? I hope y'all have seen the check because let me see. I got something else up that I wanted to share with y'all. But y'all have seen the check, right? So she says that she sent the check. Okay. Then before I do this, let's go and look at this other video. Hold on one second. Because she said that she immediately deposited the check. You remember when she was sitting in the lobby of whatever that airport was, her last video, not the one that she just put up today, but the last one. And she said that she immediately sent the check. Okay. So let's just go and let's find something real quick. Hold on. Let me stop sharing because I want to go to her. I hope I can find this video. But if y'all remember the video when it first came out, and this was way back in September, when it first came out that that Umar was paying her $68,000. She was sitting outside and she was in a black and white. She was in a black and white sleeveless shirt. Can I find this? I see the awaken. Hold on. Power of mentoring. Dr. Umar was a no-show following up regarding the collapse that apparently people saying never happened. And I even think Umar said himself that he didn't collapse. Saying thank you to the channel members. Y'all, where is it? Hit the cash app, not that. It happened in September. So let me go back a little further. She is sitting outside. Okay, she's sitting outside. We can release. Nope. The phone call from Dr. Umar Johnson. Damn it, y'all. All right, we're just gonna have to talk through it. Somebody feel free if you want to. Feel free. It is the video where she announces that Umar is writing her. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Got it. Don't play. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. All right, y'all. It's getting juicy. It's getting juicy now. All right, so let me go. Hey y'all, welcome everybody. All right, so here, let's get ready, y'all, because we finna hear what she says right now about this check, okay? And this is only, oh, this is 14 minutes. Y'all know I ain't got no patience, so I may just kind of fast forward this a little bit. So to manage y'all expectations, please just know I may fast forward this a little bit. But as you can see, it says Dr. Umar Johnson paid Mary Ann Lorient, and this is on her channel. And this happened 4 months ago. So you can go and watch the whole thing if you want to, just in case I skip through. Okay, so there it is right there. And I guess I could post the link in the chat, right? If I'm really about it like that, let me post the link in the chat to this video. Here's the link. All right, so that's the link to this video. So if y'all want to see the whole thing, you got it. All right, but let's go back to see what she says about this check, y'all.
I figure I'd come outside and do this video. The weather is beautiful. We're exorbitant in before winter hit. We can have some pretty harsh winter in Ohio. So the reason I wanted to come out to make this video, it's because I received a check as a settlement from Dr. Umar Johnson. During the week, I received an email, and the email was not claiming to sue me. It was from his attorney at Cleveland Law Firm, which has a sister firm and where he's from, Philly. So they reached out. They wanted to have a dialogue. They wanted to give me a form of payment for my hardship that I dealt with Dr. Umar, for my donation, and then for my therapy. Where I did say I went to therapy in one of the videos, so they did their homework pretty thoroughly. They wanted to reimburse me for that, and he wanted to move forward and not have me make disparaging video about him anymore. Okay. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, disparaging video? I don't understand. Can you elaborate on that? Well, Ms. Lorient, you're getting on your YouTube video, you're saying he's dating outside his race, which is factual. He doesn't date outside his race. I said, okay, so we're having a dialogue. Let me put some clarification. Well, we don't need, I said, you're going to allow me to speak, sir. You're going to allow me to have clarification. I said, first of all, I was gracious and I was kind. All I said on that YouTube video, he wanted a scene with a Caucasian woman. I said, but I took my phone because we were having the Zoom meeting on my laptop, on my Apple laptop. So I took my phone on.
Okay, I don't need all the gory details. I just want to get to the check, y'all. So I'm going to fast forward a little bit. You got the link in the chat, so you can copy it and save it for yourself to watch later. But I don't care about the gory details. I just need to know what she said she did with this check when she first received it. And some people, listen, I got some very intelligent people in my chat, because I'm going to share with y'all what y'all been saying, and it does ring true. But for right now, let's just get to what she says about this check.
Block, and I sent a text, bleep, it went beep. I said, it's my check. I don't know if he thought I was doing a porn video. That's what he wanted. And then all this garbage you need. He came to his weakness because he had a moment of weakness, and he's gonna go, no, I am a Pan-African leader. I can't stoop to this level. Black queen forever, Snow Bunny never, and I'm gonna throw her off the bed. This is what he wanted. Okay, so I said I was gracious, but since you're telling me I'm making disparaging video, I'm telling you how I rate, and no one's angry. So, and then they're like, well, also, we're going to start with the film. And then, you know how some of the content creator, they took Awaken and they did a blow to blow, like they were like discussing the film. I felt that's what we were doing. I kid you not. They must have watched that film. So I lost the scene. Your check's still up there. But what I did do, I sent a copy of that check to, you understand? And then they're like, what else they said? Stop.
Okay. All right. I think I found the area where we want to be. But somebody also my friend, my coach, I'm gonna call him. I wrote it down, but anyway, they were telling me about there's 2 softwares that you can use to where you can clip, and so it goes right to where you want to, and you don't have to do it the amateur, beginner, baby YouTube channel way that I'm doing it right now. So I do thank you for your patience, but I did write it down. It was called Plugin, and oh man, I wrote it down somewhere. But anyway, so I think we're about to get to what she did with this check. Okay.
I said, every time I'm having some kind of connection with him or some kind of reaction, is because of him. My reaction is based on his action. I said, he leaves me alone, we're not gonna have a problem. No, we're not gonna have a problem. You understand? And then they're like, what else they said? They're like, yes, so I'm glad we're having this dialogue. We're going to give you 68,600. I left the checks up there. I hadn't even cashed your check yet. Your check's still up there. But what I did do, I sent a copy of that check to Honor, because
Did you hear that? Did y'all hear that? She said, I haven't even cashed the check. But what I did do was I sent a copy of the check to Honor. Now, we are to assume that that check that she sent, I wish I could find it and bring it up somewhere. Y'all said, did you watch her new video? Yeah, and we're going to get to her new video. I sure did. Yep, the faceless video you're talking about. Wait, oh, these comments are coming in, y'all. Okay, wait, I can't keep up. At Ace Nation. Oh, you was here yesterday. Yeah, welcome back. Yep, I did see that latest video. But anyway, did y'all see how she just said, I didn't cash that check. That check is sitting there. And then I sent the copy of the check to Honor. Y'all heard her say that, right? Do you want to go back and listen again? Or can we keep moving? If you want to go back and listen again, let me know. What does Linda Honor say? Drop a 1. I think that's so funny. Drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if you want to go back and hear that again. Because I can rewind it real quick. But she just said that I let and she said it was indignant, didn't she? She said, you know, that check is still sitting there. Excuse me, ma'am. Who can afford to allow a 68,600 check just sit there? I know I'm quite a bit of a check hoarder myself, but at $68,600, and it came from Umar's camp, and you're just going to trust that check is good, so you're just going to let it sit there? Okay, no problem. No problem. All right, so nobody dropped a 1, so I'm going to keep going. All right, now let's go to the recent video that when she said she went and she cast that check, okay? So y'all talk amongst yourself. I don't have a video to show y'all. Hold on a second. Okay, so that's when she said that. And then, now you can't make it up. Like, you cannot make it up. All right, so y'all write this down. On her first video, and can we tell where this is? Like, when was this film? What date this was? Does it show you? I don't know what the date of this is. So anyway, so first she said, she didn't cash a check. She didn't cash the check, right? Okay, no problem. We got you. We tracking. Don't you fret, my dear. Don't you fret. All right. Now let me go back to my history. Now this is challenging to do real time. Like I feel all pressured. I feel all under pressure. Okay. So yesterday, let me see. Umar Johnson. No, that's okay. And then I kind of want to visit Lennon Honors video too. Okay.
So that's how that was. And then throughout the
Now,
entire
here's the thing though, y'all. This is where patience is really going to have to kick in because I'm not really sure like at what point that she said she went and cashed the check. So immediately, because she was like, I know this came from Umar. So I went and I cashed that check. So let's see if we can find this. Okay. So I'm going to ask for a little bit of patience here because I know I ain't got none. So if y'all just extend me a little bit of grace and patience, and let's see if we can find this clip. And if y'all find it before me, just go ahead and pop it in the chat and then I could just click on it, right? I should be able to. Okay, let's see.
process, when the check cleared, I informed them. When I closed the account, 26 and something. But like today, like I said, my entire schedule rearranged. I went to Chase. This wasn't a closed account where for them to pull criminal charges that one will face. So we're like, all right, we're going to get him. And the check family clear. After making the video, prior to making the video, I screenshot the check. I sent it to him. I also, which he felt, he pointed out was disrespectful when I called Umar on the line, and then he muted. My thing is that not all monies are good money. I would have forfeit. After making the video, prior to making the video, I screenshot the check. I sent it to him. I also, every time I'm sending it, I say, please protect me, guard my criminal charges that one will face. So we're like, all right. I took 26 and something, but out of the 68,000, I took 20. I took 20.
I think that's going to be too cumbersome and a waste of your time for me to try to find this. But my point to this is that in that first video, she all very cavalierly was like, I did not cash that check. That check is just sitting there. And then in this video that you're seeing right now, the one that's up on the screen, I'm going to switch frames. So, and in that video, she said that she went and she cashed that check immediately. And I guess rightfully so, it's plausible. You know, we're dealing with this person who is already coming off as a swindler and a scammer. So why am I going to sit on this check now? So the check that she has sent, you know, the infamous check that we've all seen, that's the one that she says that she knows that she owns it, that she sent to Lennon Honor. Now, let's go to her video that she sent today. What y'all saying real quick? Let me read y'all comments. Y'all want to chat a little bit real quick? She's independently wealthy. Is she? This is so-called consciousness community has no conscience. I'm saying this because I had no idea that there was such an entity. Because you know why? Who is this? Joanne Donald. Joanne McDonald. Because you know why? Joanne McDonald. How come I don't see my wait, hold on, y'all. Y'all, I had my wrong microphone on this whole time, but that sounds better, doesn't it? That sounds better. Yeah, it better because this is my professional microphone. And I paid some money for this microphone. So anyway, so Joanne McDonald, you know why? It is you said that it's the so-called because there's no such thing. There is no such thing. And we will delve into that because, see, my whole brand is the mental chiropractor, realign your mind. Because, see, when our minds get caught up in stuff like that, it's caught up in the programming, it's caught up in the conditioning, because there really is no such thing as Black consciousness, because consciousness really has no color. And so when you try to continue to cipher yourself off and to separate yourself off into these little cults and these little you don't understand that you are working right under their master plan. Like, you think you're doing something against them or whatever, but you don't know that that's exactly how they program and conditioned you to act and to be and to carry yourself, because there's a lot that goes along with that. But I go into that deeper in my talks right now. You know, the whole Checkgate scandal is taking over the universe. But yeah, you're right. The so-called conscious community has no conscious. I'm saying this because I had no idea that there was even such an entity. Yep, you're right. Misery loves company, so birds of a feather flock together. Yep, Charles Wilson. Happy to mock falling birds while stuck in the same cage together. Wow, that's deep. Yep. She has disappointed everybody who's going up against the bully. I suspect that that's all of us. I was trying to push up the hill with the so-called damaged by Umar because I can relate. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's disappointing. It is disappointing. But y'all, at the same time, there's a little shred of hope that I'm still holding out on. I know even Linda Honor came forth and said that $68,000 check was a lie. But for some reason, because I just can't, in my mind, I just cannot, like, why would a person do this? Like, it makes no sense. So something has to make sense out of this, because if it doesn't, that means that there is something else going on. I don't want to, call like mental. I ain't doing none of that. But there's something else that's going on that's in play. All right, we're gonna put it there. I'm going backwards, y'all. She's a spinning web. Yep, she is. Jay Wood is in here. Oh, hey, Jay Wood, what's up? Marianne knows that check is okay. So let's start with there. Let's start there. Okay. So she said she got the check. She said y'all saw her in her chair like this, and she was like, "I ain't cashed that check." Y'all saw her. She said, I sent the copy of that check to Lennon Honor. Now, the only check that we know that Lennon Honor got a copy of is the one that he showed, right? And let me see. I know that Lady Luck podcast, she has the thumbnail of the check. So let me go see if I can grab that. So just in case if there's anybody who didn't see the check, I'm gonna show you what Lady Luck has. Lady Luck, I think she's also doing a live right now. She also has great content on this whole Umar. Now, Marianne, who would have thought that Marianne would have been looped up into, the saga? Like, what? Y'all, and if Lennon Honor ends up in the saga, I'm dead. I am dead. Just pour the dirt right over me. I am so done. YouTube, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't even know what to tell y'all. Okay, what am I doing? Y'all, what am I doing? Okay, let me go. Stop sharing. That's what I want to do. Okay. So let me go see if I can find the thumbnail of this check, just in case there's somebody out there who has not seen it. I want you to see it. Yeah, I am so not good at this. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, here it is. I'm going to share my screen again, and I want y'all to see the check that she admits that she shared. Okay, so you see this right here? You see, oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Okay, you see this right here? If I click on it, the thumbnail is going to go away. But this is the fake check. And you've all seen these checks because they have come to your house. This is the fake. Let me, yeah, I can't capture the thumbnail. I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, that's the fake check. Okay, that's the fake check that she admits sending to Umar. So in the video with her talking, you know, all solemnly because of everything, how the check gate scandal came about. Okay, now she's saying that she went to the bank and she cashed it, and now she's giving us all of the throes of what happened. Okay, so she cashed the check, she deposited the check into Chase Man. Let's walk through this, y'all. Let's walk through this. The lawyers gave her the check, and then let me go ahead and share something with y'all that the people in the chat said. They said that they will not give her a direct check because her lawyer is going to take his or her fee out of the check. So the check is actually made out to the legal team. They take their fee out and they give her the rest. Is that true? Just let me know. Is that true? Yeah, I think we all had trust in Marianne. Okay, somebody said, at the Crawford Experience, I will be covering this tomorrow morning on my channel. Okay, y'all. So I want to see what you're gonna say. I want to see what you have to share. Okay, because in the legal world, the client is, and y'all know what? Do y'all remember did y'all watch the Murdaugh trial, the murders? It was in South Carolina where there was a high profile family. Anyway, the lawyer was taking all of the money from the clients because the check is written to the firm. So he was taking their money and supporting his drug habit or whatever the hell he was doing. So why would Marianne Lorient's experience with her lawyers be any different? Why would the check be written directly to Marianne? Why wouldn't the check be written to the lawyers? They take their fee unless they did this pro bono. Is that what happened? Did they do this work pro bono because they just love her that much? Mental chiropractor is a good looking sister. Thank you, William. Thank you. Yeah, the pictures are still up on her YouTube timeline. She is starting to delete them. Can you grab it real quick? At Donnie Truth Magnified, can you grab it? Not sure how long they're going to be up there. Murdaugh Murders wasn't that a crazy case? So you know exactly what I'm talking about at the Crawford Experience. So then why would Marianne's lawyers operate or move any differently? So apparently the money goes to the lawyers, and then the lawyers in turn, in kind, in trust, take out their fee, which I'm sure that they tell the client, this is how much money that you're going to get once our fees are extracted. And this is what we're going to cut you the check for. So the check is not actually coming from Umar and his team. The check should be coming from the law firm. No? Am I getting that mixed up? Am I getting that wrong? Wait, what'd you say, Scorpio? Oh God. Yeah. The murder trial. And then y'all, I don't know if y'all are familiar, but then the one lone son that's left, you know, and I haven't followed it lately. I have to actually follow up on it because he was accused of unaliving the young man. Y'all, this whole saga was just crazy, but unaliving the young gay guy. Years before that whole family, woo, whirlwind. Woo, when I tell y'all whirlwind. Anyway, let's get back on this though. Maybe we should talk about that. Anyway, so why wouldn't the check be written from the law firm? Can we start there? Right there, that's poking a hole in the story. But see, the thing that's so hard is that her story is so detailed. And I'm not on here to bash Marianne. I'm really not. I want to get to the bottom of it. I'm not a journalist, clearly. I'm not a journalist, but I'm a very gullible person because I myself, I can't lie because one, I can't remember shit. And then two, it's just not, you can see it on me. There is a big neon sign above my head where it says lies loading. I'm just not good at it. Miss Bryant, I love you, but she lied, baby. She's a roach, not a roach. Oh my. But okay. She stole pics from me. Oh, you're talking about when she was showing pics of her food. Like I said, you know what? I didn't think that she was that sophisticated, because maybe I'm thinking that we're all in the same age bracket. And I know I'm not going over to steal nobody's pics off of nobody's Etsy or whatever the case it is to pose it as my food. Who got time to do all that? And why? Why am I doing all that? I'm not impressing nobody. Tess, right? She is mentally ill. Somebody said raid. See, y'all, y'all know can get me started. Y'all know can get me started, because when I start laughing, I cannot stop. Okay, and we got to get to the bottom of this. Oh my goodness! I bet you that's how she's feeling right now. Like everybody's out with a raid against her. So why would not the legal team issue her a check from them? Okay, fine, no problem. So then let me go back to YouTube, because she mentioned, in that last video that she did, let me go to my history. She mentioned something else, y'all. And when she mentioned this, y'all, my ears was like, what did she just say? Here it is. We're gonna listen to this right here. Hold on. And this is 18 minutes long. So we may just listen to this together, because I only got 8 minutes in. Y'all, my attention span is short. So I only got 8 minutes in. But listen, we're gonna go and we're gonna listen to this. And when she says this, I'm gonna point it out. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure it's the right video. Oh, let's talk with Marianne. That's the right one. Okay. And at one point, she had cut the comments off, but I guess she got so much flack, because that's so evident. You ain't never cut your comments off before. Well, all of a sudden you cut them off now. And so I think that she got so much flack about cutting her comments off. Can y'all see my screen yet? Hold on. I'm sorry. Here. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay, so she got so much flack about cutting off her. This is my conjecture. This can be completely wrong and false. I could be completely off. Probably am. But here, there are comments here. They weren't here earlier, because I was about to go on and say something. Okay, so maybe you have to be, but I am a subscriber. How are people able to do the chats? Somebody said, please take accountability, Miss Marianne. We loved you so much. Oh, that's so sad. You keep talking in circles. Yep. Okay, so here, let's go listen. Let's go listen. I want to listen to this one particular thing, though. Let me mute my microphone, because I don't want no echo. I don't want nothing getting in the way of this. I don't want no impediments of any kind, because y'all got to listen to this. Hold on.
I was exhausted by the time I dropped that little video that I dropped. The check that they gave me, I deposited at Chase throughout the entire time. Some of you don't know the behind the scene. I kept Mr. Honor updated. I told him, hey, it's funny. We're not going to get him for that school, but we're going to get him for a passing bad check. I said, I'm not even depositing that check in my account, because I don't trust anything that's connected with him. And the whole thing was, and I even discussed with Mr. Honor, the whole thing was confusing. I got this check, and then when we sat down, I signed a disclosure, another check, we gave him that check. But you know, I'm an investigator. That check that I deposited at Chase Manhattan, that cashier check was.
I'm sorry, what you say? You said that was a what? Did y'all hear that? What kind of check did she say that was? Put it in the chat, y'all. Put this one in the chat. What kind of check did she say that was? Reverend Fudge is the one that got oh yeah. Okay. The way she called Umar on speed. Okay, y'all, what kind of check did she say that was? I'm gonna go back and play it for you again. Cashier's check. That's right. She said it was a cashier's check. Cashier's check don't look like the check that she sent to Lennon. And then I'm gonna go back because y'all remember she said that there were a couple of checks. I just caught that. She said there were a couple of checks. Okay, so she sends Lennon Honor oh God, Marianne, it's not looking good. And I am still out here like trying to cheerlead for you, but it really is not looking good. That's why I really want us to get to the bottom of this. Okay, so somebody said, "Oh my God, like she is still trying to cheer Miss Marianne on." Oh, y'all, I know. Just bear with me. Okay. So y'all talking about Dr. or Reverend Fudge. I'm gonna have to go look that up. So anyway, so she talked about like that there's a couple of checks. So I want to go see what these couple of checks are. But if you knew you got a cashier's check, but you send Lennon Honor the copy of the check that we've all seen, which is clearly not a cashier's check. I don't know. Can we make that make sense? Stop cheerleading this goofy, these goofy scammers. I know, but she ain't taking nobody's money though. But did she? Yes. She acts like that as if this is a hold on. Oh, I can do this. Oh, y'all, I didn't know I could do that. Oh wow. She acts like this is a where is it? A cashier's check. This is a $5 check. $68,000 will bring all kind of radar on that check. Right. Especially if she went to y'all learned something new. Thank you, Joanne McDonald, because because of you, I learned that. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, that $68,000 check definitely would have been flagged, and she definitely did not deposit the check that she sent to Lennon Honor. We can all agree on that. That was a check though that was not the check that she presented was not the check that she sent to Lennon. So she deceived Lennon from the start of the check. I'm starting there. I don't know what transpired, from before all the check happened. I'm just talking about from the check. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So she deceived him from the jump of the Checkgate saga. Okay. We can all agree on that, right? Okay. You said she took people's trust. Boogie Johnson. I think that we gave her our trust. I think that we gave her our trust off of the strength of Lennon. Not saying nothing bad about Lennon because he thought he was doing the right thing. He thought that, she was legitimate, being a fellow filmmaker. And then hearing that, she had this horrible experience with Umar, which falls right in brand for Umar. So I think that, all of that just kind of gave this automatic credibility for Lennon. And I think that's why we gave her our trust. I don't think she took anything. Just the same way that all of the donors gave Umar their money. But why? Because of how Umar presented himself, of how the people was such in desperate need. And this is why I'm saying you can't be in desperation to have nobody validate you, to have nobody make you feel worthy or to present you as worthy. You can't have anybody to out of your desperation to come and be your savior, because then that's when you start to give pieces of your soul over to people who are not worthy of it and who are preying upon it. So, and that's what my whole brand is about. I just kind of got looped up in this whole Checkgate thing because, it's interesting. It is interesting and weird all at the same time. Like, why y'all gotta do this? Like, for real, why do y'all have to do this? Anyway, what was I doing? Yeah, what was I doing? I wanted to go and see. We were talking about the check, and the fact that, oh, she's saying that there was 2 checks. So the check that she presented to Lennon Honor clearly is not the right check. So she mentioned another check. She said that there's 2 checks. I want to go back and listen to this again. Let me mute my microphone because I don't want nothing to get in the way.
When we sat down, I signed a disclosure of a passing bag check. I said, I'm not even depositing that check in my account because I don't trust anything that's connected with him.
Hold up. Oh, I didn't even put the video back up. Hold up, I'm sorry. She said I'm not depositing that into my account. Marianne Lorient, whose account did you deposit it into then? Y'all need some water. I need something to drink. Whose account did you deposit it into? Even if you may not have deposited it into your main bank account, maybe that's what you meant. I'll take that. But so what you mean is I didn't deposit it into my main bank account. I deposited into an account that I don't really care about, just an account at Chase Manhattan, just so that the check can clear. But you were also very clear that in Ohio, they don't take bad check deposits lightly. So it seems to me that if that check, even if it was in the Chase Manhattan bank, if that check had a bounced or was a bad check, you still would have been in hot water, whether or not it was your main account that you probably had for years. And maybe you were saying, I didn't want to compromise that or jeopardize that account. Okay, fair. But so you put it into Chase Manhattan, but the liability, the potential liability is the same. But it's just that this checking account was a new checking account for the sole purpose of depositing and clearing the check, removing those funds, withdrawing those funds, and moving them over to your main account. Okay, that's great. But how you're saying it, though, is that I didn't deposit that into my account because I didn't trust it. But then whose account did you deposit it into? But I think I just figured it out. Okay, let's see what y'all are saying in the chats. Yes, why so much mystery? Hold on, I'm gonna show this. Why so much mystery? How come she just can't just be straight up? Yes. How come she just can't be straight up? And you know the best way that she can just be straight up and get rid of all of this? Where's your banking statements? That's it. I feel like y'all feel like Erica Kirk. Stop. That's it. Y'all, I don't care what y'all say. Erica, something ain't right. But anyway, that's the way that you can clear it up though, Marianne. Like seriously, because there's too many holes that can be poked and we're all poking holes. If you notice, there are live videos all over YouTube right now about the Checkgate saga. So let's go back and I want to finish listening to her explanation and listen for these multiple checks that she is mentioning. Okay, muting up.
And the whole thing was, and I even discussed with Ms. Shonda, the whole thing was confusing. I got this check, and then when we sat down, I signed a disclosure, another check. We gave him that check, but I'm an investigator. That check that I deposited at Chase Manhattan, that cashier check was from Dollar Bank. Umar does not reside in Ohio. I don't care if his name's on the check. It made out to me. He don't reside here. Dollar Bank is an Ohio institution.
Oh, y'all still ain't change the screen. Anyway, it's just this screen. It's just it's the same thing as y'all looking at me instead of looking at her thumbnail. But this is so cute because, English is not her first language. So instead of saying reside, like he doesn't reside here, she keeps saying he doesn't resign here. I thought that was adorable. I'm sorry. I was just like, oh, that's so cute. But did y'all hear the 2 checks? That sounds like that there's 2 checks. And so, okay. So now I thought at first that she was going to Chase Manhattan to deposit the check because I thought maybe that's where the check was being written from. I thought that was the issuing bank was Chase Manhattan, but it ain't. So apparently it's this other bank. But where is this other check coming from? Did y'all hear that? Did anybody catch that? Hold on. Somebody said, go to 240 mark and listen for about 15 seconds. She's now claims to be a 10th generation descendant of Harriet Tubman. Yep, I heard that. You said the 240 mark? Okay, let me write that down. Y'all, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. So you mean to tell me? All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Where's my bubbly? Y'all, I need me some bubbly. If y'all don't know, Prosecco is my beverage of choice, okay? So you, La Marca, to be specific, Demisec to be even more precise. All right, so listen. You mean to tell me that Umar Johnson is a descendant of Frederick Douglass? Y'all. So Umar Johnson is the descendant of Frederick Douglass and Marianne is supposed to be the descendant of Harriet Tubman. Okay, somebody lying. And if y'all have descended from these 2 great power bloodlines, y'all are doing them a great injustice. Sorry to tell you. Y'all are doing them a great injustice. Y'all are completely misrepresenting that bloodline. But y'all finna tell me that both of these people, why couldn't it be in the gender and they're gender adjacent? Like, why couldn't what's the man's name? Umar. Why couldn't Umar be a descendant of Harriet Tubman? And then Marianne be a descendant of Frederick Douglass? Why they gotta be gender adjacent? Like, why? Like, y'all can't make this up. Y'all can't make this up. It is okay. Let me go find the video. She said the 240 mark. Hold on. Oh, hey, was Black Wall Street? What's up? Let me go get this video. I mean, that mark. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose it. You talking about this? Wait, I'm about to say, y'all, I thought I was muted the whole time. You're talking about of this video, right? Hold on. Oh shit, y'all can't keep up with these comments. I am so sorry. What was the Black Wall Street? You're talking about this video that I was just showing? I'm gonna assume you are. So let me go back. Hell, we might as well just listen to the whole thing, right? It's 18 minutes though. Who got time? Okay, let's see. Let me mute up. There's a setting on here where it automatically mutes so that there's no echo. So that's what I was looking for. Wait a second. No, it can't last long. Bulls of Black Wall Street. Wait, somebody said, where is that comment that somebody just said that Umar claims to be a descendant of Harriet Tubman? Stop. Hold on. Right here. Who said this? Uncle Mo TV. Umar said he's a descendant of. We're at, Uncle Mo. We're at. Now, I heard him say a lot of things, but I ain't never heard him say that. Where that at? Bonnie and Clyde 26. Well, you know how the story ended up, so let's hope not. Oh, he's trying to say, oh, okay. Okay, I'm not sure. But anyway, let me go look at this video real quick. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. He said 240. All right. I meant to mute my mic, but I was looking for the setting. So I got distracted. Hold on. Here we go.
Behavior was unacceptable. But family, Mr. Honor and I have a rapport. Mr. Honor and I believe, had developed a friendship. Mr. Honor and I have an open door communication. Mr. Honor should have reached out to me, give me a chance. Hey, Marianne, there's some discrepancy with this check that I showed on my channel. I need you to fix this so we can move forward. All that running around I did Friday, I would have done it like white on rice to correct the situation. What angered me, and a lot of his channel member couldn't understand, I told him, you gave me a bullet and you can't undo it. The damage has been done. You tell the, oh, I sent her a message. You send me a message in 2 hours, you dropped the live. That was unfair to me. Now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What's the Black Wall Street? What video are you talking about? Is this the one that I already have up? Because the 240 mark, she's still talking about her and Lennon. So let me down to 4850. What? Oh, she's down to 4850 subs. Yeah, but tell me what video you're talking about. And whose face are you talking about? Don't you just love her face? Somebody was like, don't you just love her face? Who else just loves her face? Whose face? But anyway, but here's the thing though. If you stand on truth, Marianne, what difference does it make of where y'all discussed it? And I think, oh my, my face, y'all about to make me blush over here. And I'm all, I need some sun as it is. So it'll come, I'm going to turn real red. Oh, y'all so sweet. Thank you. But yep. But like really, what difference does it make where y'all, and this is where I'm so confused at. And you know how some people just look to be offended or just look to have a problem with people? And I think that's what this is. Like I'm looking to be, my husband said that, that type of employee that when the employee does something wrong, like say for instance, if the employee comes in late and the employee knows he's late, but the manager has to say something to him, but in order to, curtail or to try to diminish what the intent of the manager is, like he comes, the employee who's late come in all mad and hot and bothered. So then therefore the manager is like, oh, okay, let me let you calm down first. Let me let you before I have to give you this write-up or give you this verbal warning. Let me now right now it's not a good time. No, it ain't a good time. I'm so pissed. Man, there's that traffic or whatever the case is. I was sleeping, whatever the case is that made the employee mad. In order to mitigate the punishment or the consequences, you act like you all mad because you late. You ain't mad. You ain't mad because you late. You need that 15 extra minutes in your bed and you want to come into work acting like you all mad. Well, that's what Marianne Lorien is doing, y'all. I say all that to say, I feel like that's what Marianne Lorien is doing. She is the employee coming in all mad so she can mitigate the consequences. Because why? It doesn't matter. I mean, Lennon Honor got this information. He sat for 2 hours. And you know, it's something like this when your brand is in jeopardy or your brand is at stake, because you know, information, it is like fire now. It spreads like wildfire. Probably faster than those fires in California, which was absolutely horrific. That's another whole conversation in and of itself. Like, what in the hell? Like, what? Okay, let me not get distracted because I will. Okay, anyway, so it spreads like wildfire. How long did you want Leonard? I mean, okay, granted, you were at work. Okay, fine. You were at work, but you also should have understood that he could not sit on this. He waited for you for 2 hours. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, if he got the copy, you think that copy ain't gonna make it around? So yeah, he had to come on and speak about it so he can get in front of it. And that's exactly what he said. Those words for verbatim. He had to get in front of it. She has very bad vibes, y'all. Her being married is perfectly fine to let the queen. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, drop dead gorgeous. Oh, you know what I mean? Yeah, but nobody tripping about that. People compliment people all the time. Ain't nobody tripping about that. But thank you though. I appreciate it. King was what wise. I agree that she's a nice looking lady, but she has mentioned before that she's married. Oh yeah, but y'all, he ain't hitting on me. He's just giving me a compliment. Yeah, but thank you for looking out though. But I didn't take that as a hit. Okay, so watching the video about you, how your coworker watching a video about you catch you before a direct message sent to you come on the. Can you retype that, Cardi Supreme? Because I know the phones be doing something crazy. Okay. Wolves of Black Wall Street. He had to check out. Okay, fine. We'll see you when you come back. Yeah, no, listen, King Wise, would I tell you, please, we all understand. It's all good. But anyway, y'all, seriously, back to the task at hand. Checkgate saga. There's nothing wrong with Lennon Honor going on live to talk about it because he had to get in front of it, because he has a lot at stake. Okay, he's an umarologist. By gosh, he is an umarologist. He has to get in front of this. It's called damage control, PR 101. Get in front of it before you got to go chase behind it. Okay, so let's go back to the video though. I'm gonna mute up. Let's go back to the video.
I gave you the check in September. Family, I'm not going to incriminate myself. September. I didn't see no 1-800 number on that check. I screenshot it. I gave it to him, and I took the L for that. He's cybersecurity. He missed it. I need you to be honorable and take the L as well. Now, and then what upset me, that made me more furious, you claim the impression, a channel member brought it to your attention. It may be so. The channel member brought it to a content creator's attention, which was going to blow it up. And you sacrificed me. What you should have done.
Did she just say you sacrificed me? Marianne, how did he sacrifice you when all he's doing is bringing attention to the bottom line of that check that you sent him that said this is not a real check? And thank you, for Cardi Supreme, you had reposted it. Cardi Supreme said she said that she found out about Lennon's video by a coworker of hers, which made her jump on, even though Lennon messaged her 2 hours beforehand. So the only thing I would say is that perhaps she was busy working in the weeds and she didn't get to her phone in time enough. Like, that's what I'm going to, my conjecture is that she didn't get to her phone in time enough to see that he had tried to reach out to her. But yeah, this is something that he couldn't wait for. Yeah, he couldn't sit on this. Like, she sat on that check, you know, like she said in that very first video. I didn't cash that check, but when Lennon, he couldn't sit on this, in all fairness.
Is acknowledge who that content creator that was going to blow it up. But he acknowledged the channel member that has three subscribers. Stop. That we will not do, family. That we will not do.
It don't matter how many subscribers the person had. I mean, if the person is the person is probably not into the whole limelight of the YouTube world, the person is probably busy working in the backgrounds. So you can't discredit a person because they have 3 subscribers. Shit, those are the people you should be afraid of, because if they're not in front of the camera, then that means they're busy in the background researching shit and and see who's about it and see who ain't about it. And William Martin said she'd been drinking. Who is she? Marianne? Who been drinking? I want to drink. Very scary. You gotta proofread y'all comments. Because the phone be doing all kind of crazy stuff. Her vibes are all wrong. Oh yeah, Marianne, you think she was drinking? Sometimes she does sound a little slurred, right? But I just thought it was because of her accent. Damn, that may be. Oh shit, you may be right. You may be right. But I don't know. It's just all. Hey, conservative unicorn, welcome back. How many times can she say family? She is like a white person that learned how to be down. That's funny. She does say family a lot, right? But then I also think that that's a way to draw in people and to make them feel comfortable with her. You know what I mean? I think that that's kind of a tactic, or she's just used to saying it. It could just be her word. I mean, but yeah, that's funny. All right, come on, let's go back and listen.
Reason I'm willing to come and show receipt because I had no malice intent to hurt his channel. And I have integrity. I did not know when I got that check from his camp with the letter, they want to sit down and settle. I'm like, wow, he budged. We sat down, I signed a disclosure, the check that they gave me, I deposited at Chase. Throughout the entire time, some of you don't know the behind the scene. I kept Mr. Honor updated. I told him, hey, it's funny. We're not going to get him for that school, but we're going to get him for a passing bag check. I said, I'm not even depositing that check in my account because I don't trust anything that's connected with him. And the whole thing was, and I even discussed with Ms. Honor, the whole thing was confusing. I got this check, and then when we sat down, I signed a disclosure, another check, we gave him that check, but I'm an investigator. That check that I deposited at Chase Manhattan, that cashier check was from Dollar Bank. Umar does not reside in Ohio. I don't care if his name's on the check. It made out to me, he don't resign here. Dollar Bank is an Ohio institute. So what I did.
But see, y'all, that's what I'm confused about. Okay, so I'm beginning to think maybe she did not do this with her legal team, right? How many checks Marianne did? Exactly. So I'm thinking that maybe this was not oh y'all, she pissy. Oh, thank you, conservative unicorn. Just a reflection of you, love. But I don't. Her legal team could not have been present. That was not her legal team. It couldn't be. You know why? Because she said that they sat down at the table and Umar gave her the check. Unless the legal team did this pro bono, then that's the only thing that makes sense. No? Am I tracking here? Can anybody does this resonate with you? Otherwise, if her legal team was involved, that check would not have been written out to Marianne, right? And who has a bank account at $1 bank? What's the name of this bank? $1 bank? Who has a checking account at $1 bank, y'all? What's the name of this bank? $1? Hold on.
If his name's on the check, it made out to me, he don't resign here. Dollar Bank is an Ohio institute. So what I did, let me tell you what I did. When I tell you I was running around Friday.
Y'all, I'm sorry, but does that not sound like a bank that Umar would have an account at? Does that not sound on brand to y'all? Dollar Bank. Y'all ever heard of Dollar Bank? Okay, somebody said that's correct. Okay, thank you. Thank you, conservative unicorn. Oh, Dollar Bank. Dollar Bank Tree instead of like Dollar Tree. Yeah. Like, she needed a drink that night when she was yelling. Yeah, for real. She needed a drink or a shot of something. But Dollar Bank Tree. That is so funny, y'all. That is so on brand for Umar to be at Dollar Bank. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
After working third shift time, I dropped that little video that I dropped for you guys. I went to Dollar Bank. I said I cashed a check. 68.5. I gave proper identification. I said that cashier check came from Dollar Bank. They're like, okay, we don't understand. What is it that you want us to do? I'm like, the name that was on the check does not reside in Ohio. I need to know.
Y'all, this is the other thing. She keeps mentioning cashier's check, right? What cashier's check do you know that bounces? There is no reason for, if he issued her a cashier's check, isn't that like a money order, except it comes from a bank? So before the bank even issues the cashier's check, unless she's saying that he could have issued her the cashier's check, and then once he issued it, he could have gone back and done something shady, like either cancel the check or close the account or something like that. Maybe, perhaps. Okay, that's plausible. But typically, when you say that I don't trust the check, that means you don't trust that the person is issuing you a check from a personal account that they have money in. But if it's a cashier's check, the money is, y'all, how do cashier's check work? Grandma tuned this pronoun they. We are very convenient for bona fide. Yeah. And away we go. Okay, so for a cashier's check is a bank check written from the bank's account. Okay, so that means that money is guaranteed. Correct? That means that money is guaranteed. So then what is she and I'm pretty sure she knows how the difference between a cashier's check, or the risk, I should say, between a cashier's check and a personal check, a cashier's check has very low risk, right? So there is no fear of, because on this part, she's saying she ran to the bank to deposit the check because she don't trust it coming from Umar's camp. But then earlier she was like, I ain't cash that check. Remember? She's like, I ain't cash that check. That check is still sitting there. And I sent a picture of it to Lennon. Cashier checks don't bounce. There is zero risk. Yes. Oh, there's my coach, y'all, at Chat Lives Matter. Thank you for all of your tidbits and advice. I really took that to heart. But you know what I'm really mad at is that you had told me those two softwares to look under for clipping. And I know one was Plugin and the other was Google something. I thought I wrote it down. Well, I did write it down, I think. We already know that check was not a check. So yeah, exactly. So, you know, like, what are we doing here, y'all? Okay, so I'm going to go back and listen and finish listening to her video. And then I just kind of want to break everything down. And then we're just going to come to our own surmise. We're just going to come to, you know, our own conclusion. And you can't do I'm not monetized. I'm not advanced enough, because you can't do oh, wait a minute. What's this? Oh shit, that's dope. Y'all, I am learning on the job. OTJ here. OTJ. I am learning on the job. But we ain't got to do all that. I'll show you a comment on another video with the software. I'll leave you a comment on another. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hold on. She said she never put any of this together before she went into the bank and said, I got a check to cash. And by the way, the teller would have said something like about the fine. Y'all, they would have hauled Marianne off in handcuffs if she would have tried to deposit that check that she said that she sent to Lennon Honor. And she knows, and she keeps saying it's a cashier's check, and she knows that that's not a cashier's check. Okay. So we're all very clear. Okay.
Know where this money came from. They're like, we have a secure. It will take 5 business days. They will reach out to you. Oh, I'm going to find out where that 68,600 came from. You best believe that. But what upset me, family, what upset me is the level of hatred, is the level of disrespect that I received here on YouTube. I'm coming to give accountability.
We're going to get to the level of hatred that she's received on YouTube. But Marianne Lorian, why are you concerned of where the money came from if the check cleared? Like, why are you? And there, that doesn't take an astute level of investigation. You said that the check came from $1. $1 is a bank in. Wait, what's it called? What's the bank called? A dollar bank. $1. I was about to say something mean, but I ain't gonna say that. That's just mean. I'm not gonna do that. Somebody already told me I was so nice. So how am I gonna turn around and say something mean behind that? I can't do that. I gotta stay on brand, right? Okay, so just know that I thought it though. I thought it. But anyway, how you gonna? Okay, so you say Dollar Bank. I guess that's a bank in Ohio, and he doesn't reside in Ohio. Is this a part of your script that you are constructing, Marianne? Because first of all, if the check cleared, why do you care where the money came from? Why? I mean, you know, honestly though, you should be kind of concerned, because you know Umar ain't got bags like that. And I ain't even trying to be rude or mean or anything. He ain't got bags like that. So you actually should be a wee bit concerned of where that money came from. Can anybody think of where that money came from? $68,600 just sitting idly by somewhere. How convenient. How convenient that he has that money. How convenient that he had the money to go and pay the back taxes on the buildings. I can't call them schools because they're not that. How convenient that he had the money to pay the lawyer fees for all 40 people in the class action lawsuit. Well, at that time, I guess it wasn't a class action lawsuit because they were going through mediation. But how convenient. So where's all this money coming from? If this is the case, because we're going by what Lorianne is saying, right? What time is it? It's 7:01. What time we start? 5:45? Okay, so maybe like 40 more minutes. If this is the case, because this is everything that Marianne Lorianne is saying. So if this is the case, then where all this money is coming from. And you know, it's funny that I did not hear Marianne Lorianne even express one iota of concern. And I'm not saying that she should have. I'm not saying that she should have, but just according to how she is and how she flows and how she presents herself, you would think that she would be like, but family, where did Umar get this money from? No? You don't think? Okay, let's go back and listen. I just want to go through some comments real quick and see what y'all talking about. This was just another time he needed to raise. Yeah. You know, oh, Ace Nation. Hey, Ace Nation. You know, Ace Nation, if we get on that subject, we will make Lyndon Johnson look like a kindergartner because that would be a marathon. You know what I mean? We will be here until 6 o'clock in the morning. Because we all know when he did that video, that crazy ass video where he crashed. I'm gonna just say this, and that's all I'm gonna talk about Umar on this video. But he crashed out on that video talking about happy birthday, happy solar returns. Now, when a person says solar returns, usually the person is still in their physical body. That person is still in their physical body when we say happy solar return. When they have left the body, then it, you know, is happy heavenly birthday or whatever you say. But there is no really solar return because the person is in their formlessness. And so anyway, I digress. But yeah, when he's saying the happy birthday, and he's so proud, and you know, this is the best Valentine's Day gift ever to, you know, the black queens or whatever for your black boys or whatever. And you said all that outside the school. You did all that promulgating that the school is finally finished, y'all. We have cleaned out everything. The school is finally done. You don't see one dumpster. I mean, the dumpsters could have been in the back. Oh, no, you know what? They weren't. Because somebody who lives in the area went and did a live video and showed us the entire surroundings. No dumpster truck anywhere. Still bags of garbage on the property, still mold on the property. So, yeah, that would be a marathon until 6 o'clock in the morning. Yep. But anyway, well, he is an out ninja. LOL. No tour to this day. Nope. Ace Nation. Marianne. Would you say no to this day, Ace Nation? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna get back to her video. Shouldn't produce movies on bootleg. What does that mean? Oh, wait, somebody said Marianne should produce movies for a Hallmark. What kind of movie would that be? And Ace was like, Marianne shouldn't produce movies on bootleg. Like, she don't need to be producing movies nowhere. Okay, all right. Let's get back to her her video. Let's see what else she's, because I didn't listen to this whole thing.
Ability. Some folks don't even have $20 in the account. Come on, family, cut it out. Any content creator, the level of disrespect and nastiness is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling from some of them. Mind-boggling. I know we're on here, we do contact, but no, I'm the new kid on the block. I didn't attack anybody. I didn't disrespect anybody. And what's so troubling, I thought we all want to remove this cancer out of the community. It looked like y'all don't want Umar to get locked up. Folks want to continue doing videos. Cut it out, family. Listen, I fought rodeo. And then they're going to bring a congresswoman that her seat is elected. She was unseated, family. I stayed on that woman. I stayed on her. You understand, family? And then that restraining order, that was for me to stay 500 feet when she's having a rally. When the thing blew up, not only was on local news in Cleveland, Ohio, I was on local news in DC because that's her residence. Cut it out, family.
Okay, I don't think we care about that part. Somebody said I missed a whole bunch of comments. Okay, y'all, hold on. Let me get on my job. I got one job to do, y'all. I got one job to do. Hold on, let me see. Y'all, we can't go down the Umar rabbit hole. We will be here forever. Yeah, somebody said that businesses, lawyer offices, etc., do not do checks anymore. Everything is digital. So if they would have just wired her the money, basically, is that what you're saying? And is that why we don't see a cashier's check? A cashier's check, you get to take the money in, and that's all. You get to take the money in, and that's all. Yeah, you're right. The Prince Panhandler. I thought the whole premise of Umar claiming the school is done was based on the Mary Ann Honor lawsuit. If that lawsuit is false, then why is Umar claiming the school is done? Is my timeline wrong? No, you're not. And that's a good point. So, because people are like, well, obviously now we're questioning everything, right? I mean, rightfully so, that everything should be scrutinized anyway, really. But that's a good point, because the reason why, and I did a video on this, because his crash out, the reason why is because he is feeling the pressure. So there must be something going on, lurking behind the scenes that is in motion, because otherwise he wouldn't have been pressed the way that he was pressed. So I do believe that there is something going on in motion. I kind of think that Mary Ann just wanted to be that girl, she just wanted to be that one to put Omar in his place, or to have, I said Omar, sorry, to put Umar in his place, to have him buckling at the knees, to have him shaking in his boots. I think she wants to be that person. So maybe that's how this whole thing is coming about, that he is paying her instead of her having to shell out $500,000. She done turned it around, and now he's paying me, y'all. He's giving me $68,600. Or he's paying our legal fees for the I can't call it the class action lawsuit because I don't think it surfaced to that. But you know what I mean? Like, I think that she just wants to position herself as that person, the 5'1" warrior, and she could do that on her own, like in her own right. She ain't gotta, hoodwink and bamboozle the people. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Not that that's important, but this is a $3 lie. What else y'all say? She said, then get off of YouTube. Have a conservative. Who are you talking to? She said, then get off of YouTube. You're talking to the Mary Ann. That's so funny. Y'all are hilarious. Mary Ann shouldn't put this movie. Okay. LOL. No. Okay. We got that. Umar. Yep. LOL. The way that she used that bad ass photo to yell at got me screaming. Oh, you talking about Mary Ann's photo, her thumbnail? Mind-boggling. That's so cute. She just kept saying mind-boggling. That's so cute. Okay, I skipped a bunch of comments. She was trying to make us believe that she's super smart and she knows how to get shit done. And in some right, she may. Listen to that. Willis Martin. What am I listening to? She is a liar. Restraining order is a restraining order. Oh, it don't matter where the person is. You can't come within whatever the distance is, no matter where they are. So even if she's at the grocery store, it's not like she can roll up on her in a grocery store because that's not a rally. Yeah, right. Yeah, but I would do okay. Yeah, I FOMO over here, FOMO, because I can't keep up with the chats. Okay, all right. So let's go back and listen.
The young woman whose life was taken senselessly was a friend. Her husband was an attorney who worked under her before she was Marsha Fudge. You understand? She wrote a letter. She wrote a letter. The deceased confining me. How do my husband give me a letter? And she had a copy of that letter. She wrote a letter to the judge.
Okay, I don't mean to be insensitive, but I'm not interested in this part. Yeah, I'm not interested in the Fudge case. I may research that later, but that's not the point of focus right now. And if y'all know Torians, we're very well. Once we got our eyes on something and a goal, we are relentless about completing it. But just get for a few minutes. Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna do that because I'm not insensitive, but I don't want to hear about whatever happened with the Judge case. Mute my mic.
To the judge. But you handled the situation poorly. This is a mess. No. Or support that reached out. Listen, my silent is not guilt. My silent was to be still and regroup. My silent was to let the dust settle so I can see clearly. And trust me, family, I saw a lot. No. You introduced me to YouTube. I've been kind, I've been respectful, but you handled the situation poorly. This is a mess. You got them calling me a spy, and there's something that broke my heart. They said I had somebody's channel shut down. I'm a spy. I went to Clarissa Shield family. The lie that are swirling around is heart-wrenching. They said I went on Cooking and Frank.
But you know what? Yeah, be that as it may, but Marianne, she can shut shit down. If she wants to get shit done, she can shut shit down. How about that, Marianne? How about we shut shit down? Because all you got to do, and it's not hard, you could do this at your computer right now, babes. You could do this at your computer right now. Go up, sign on to your bank account, go to your statements, bring up back in September, whenever you deposited the check, do a screenshot, put it in your phone, redact it, send it to Umar. No, don't send it to Umar. He may unredact it and then try to go into your bank account and take your funds. So send it to Lennon. Send it to Lennon and say, here, this is the proof of the check. Boom, done. Saga over. And then I have to find another way to get views. Just kidding. Just kidding. But no, it's true though. But no, but you know what I mean? Like, that's it. So all of this, Marianne, you really kind of brought on yourself. So let's hold radical accountability. And like I told my husband the other day, there are very few adults in this world. Somebody said she didn't even get any money. Y'all, I hope she did, because $68,000 is cute. Try to get whose draws? Umar's? She wanted to get into Umar Straws. The zebra Debbie eating cake Umar. Okay. Well, listen, I ain't here to judge. Satan is a dad. Oh, don't say that. The underscore JC J Charles. She mad Lennon didn't give her time to cover up the lie. It's no way to get around a check that literally says that's true. That's true. Very, very true. Ain't no way of getting around that. Like, you can't even make that make sense. Do you know what I mean? You can't even make that make sense. Oh, that's why she big mad. Is she big mad because you think that Omar left her for a snow bunny? Y'all, they were not. Y'all think that they were dating? I don't even think that they're each other's type. I mean, Umar may go for anything, and not for nothing. Let me not shade Umar, because Umar is a good-looking brother. He really is. I think that he's handsome, but it's just when he opens his mouth and his personality comes through, it all just like melts away. What's that emoji icon where like the emoji is melting? It all just melts away very fast, like, you know, ice cream in the Sahara Desert. It just melts away very fast. But he is a nice-looking brother. But I just wish he had like some sort of independent, like independent thinking, but I just wish he had some sensical, you know, intelligence about himself. You think that she has a real bad inferiority complex? She drinking Ripple. She conservative unicorn. I don't even know what Ripple is, but I know it must be some cheap shit. Yeah, I think that's. You think that they were dating, but they don't even match. Does that make sense? Can people match? But they don't even match. Oh shit, they may match energy though. Yep, because really, underneath all the physical stuff that we see, is all about the vibe and the energy, right? The energetic vibration. So they match. So okay, all right, that's fair. That's right. Somebody said, Papa Umar is a rolling stone. Wherever he lays his hat is his home. He said he got this no moss. Umar wouldn't want to give up a woman who would spend that much money on him. Yeah, they definitely are in cahoots. She is thirsty for attention. They act just like each other, right? So that's why it does make sense that they probably did date, because they do have similarities. Okay. I mean, left me for. Wait, what? Okay, this person said Marianne's a liar. I could tell from the start. She said she received a settlement and they agreed not to speak ill of each other online, which she agreed to, but she went ahead and was making videos. And then but I don't think she spoke ill of him anymore after that. I mean, the room 130. But she said, I mean, if my lady left me for a female, what? She talking about, Willis? I think I would be. I would turn crazy too. I ain't even gonna touch that. Nope. My arms are too short to box with God. I ain't gonna touch that one. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I ain't gonna touch that one. This is disgusting. You, especially if you're in April. Is that a bull? Yeah, especially if you're in April. This is disgusting. Yeah, I am an April. I am an April baby. Yep, April 28th. Somebody said they don't think that Umar wanted her. Okay, so the Prince Panhandler said Your name was funny. Said, I do believe. Oh, I thought you said I don't. He said, I do believe that Marianne and Umar bumped uglies and she became emotionally attached to him and he manipulated and exploited her. Oh, that's on brand. And and the way she is triggered by him reminds me of a scorned lover. Perhaps. So, okay. So let's go back and let's listen. Because we're about to get up out of here. But I just want to sum this all up and wrap this up because honestly, after this, y'all, because Lennon Honor, he took a break. Let's see if he posted anything. But he took a break after all of this. Because this was a punch in the gut for him. It really took the wind out of him. So let's listen. See how far we can get. I may fast forward a little bit to manage your expectations. I may fast forward a little bit because I just want to get to the check part. If there's any more to get to. All right. So just kind of want to empty the well here. All right. So let me mute up.
Channel. I never and Frank. Never was a guest. That Chase, that check that I got, that I took a screenshot I gave to Honor. And the reason that it troubles me, it was the same name. It was the check that I got was originally. No, we're not going to do that, fam. We're not going to do that. Where's the check? I'm going to tell you where the check is. The check that I got went to Huntington. The check that I got was originally deposited at Chase. That check that I got, that I took a screenshot I gave to Honor. And the reason that it troubles me, it was the same name. It was the same address. It was the same amount. So I can't get that check that I screenshot to Honor, but I want to find out that check that I deposit, trace it. Dollar Bank's going to trace it. This is a time of technology. They're going to.
I hate this. I am so confused right now. She's talking about two different checks. Is she talking about two different checks? I want to get her closer. No, forget it. Never mind. Let me not do that. But is she talking about two different checks, y'all? Okay, what did she just say? Because I am utterly confused now. Talking about mind-boggling. My mind is bogging right now. Hold on. Damn it, man. Hold on a second.
It was the same amount. So I can't get that on me. No, this is messy. No, we're not going to do that, fam. We're not going to do that. Where's the check? I'm going to tell you where the check is. The check that I got went to Huntington. The check that I got was originally deposited at Chase. That check that I got, that I took a screenshot.
Hey, stop. No, do y'all see where the confusion is? Let me see what y'all said. Do y'all see where this confusion is? She is standing on the fact that she cashed that check. What check is it though? Because right now she's saying the original check that she cashed at Huntington. No, she says she cashed the check at Huntington. you can't even cash a check that amount, but she deposited that check at Huntington. Stop. And then the original check she deposited into Chase Manhattan. How many checks are there? But can a lie make sense? Okay, so Joe McDonald is saying that banks still do mail you out your paper statement, unless you opt out of you go paperless. She literally says the Cartier Supreme. Okay, Cartier Supreme, you better come through, Cartier Supreme. She said let me see if I can read this. She literally said the check that she gave to Lennon on screenshot, she deposited into Chase, but how when it says it's not a check, right? Because that's the original check. But then she's saying that she had deposited the check into Huntington, but the original check she deposited into Chase Manhattan. See what I'm saying? So these are the holes. And so these are where we're going to have to draw our conclusion, Marianne, whether or not we believe you. We're not saying that we don't like you or this, that, or other, but it's just that whether or not we believe you. And you're not making it any easier on us. You're not making it any easier on yourself, because you know why. All you got to do is what? You ain't got to wait for no bank to do no security check, security. You want $1 bank to do security? Marianne, is $1 bank. You think that they can afford security? It's called Dollar Bank. And you don't need them to do security anyway, because at that point, the check has cleared. So why do you want to get them involved? You're just trying to me, in my opinion, you're just trying to sound astute. You're trying to sound as if you are like on it like that. Like you are, hold on. Also, she is going to need to report this monies on her tax return, which she needs a hard copy for her tax returns. Yes, this lady lied point blank. Yeah, somebody said, now don't you see who is this? Oh, Black Betty, she said, now you can see what we are saying. She isn't even a good liar. Y'all, this is exhausting. Exhausting, I tell you. Okay, so let's see what Katia Supreme is saying, because all y'all saying is that she is lying. Okay, it's shaping up to look like that. She's saying that deposit the check as it cleared and withdrew the cash. She took the cash and deposited it into Huntington. The point is, she's saying a check that say it ain't a check cash. Okay, got you. Okay, so when the check that she deposited into Huntington is the cashier's check that she got from whoop-de-doo, Chase Manhattan, because they had to issue her a check for her to take that check and deposit it. Once the money's cleared, then $1. Chase Manhattan issued a check for her, gave it to her, and then she took that check to Huntington and deposited it. Okay, all right, that makes sense. So somebody said Marianne is a mess child. But when you put it like that, though, that part makes sense. That part of the maybe lie makes sense. Okay, so let's wrap it up here. Let me go back. Thank you for making that clarity for me. Thank you.
Shot I gave to Honor. And the reason that it troubles me, it was the same name. It was the same address. It was the same amount. So I can't get that check that I screenshot to Honor, but I'm going to find out that check that I deposit, trace it. Dollar Bank's going to trace it. This is a time of technology. They're going to trace it. This is for my peace of mind. And then another thing. I'm coming here and I'm speaking. Y'all know how I do it. Truth is truth. And I told you guys in my last video, that content creator who blew the check stuff, I don't care for the man because I felt slighted by him. But I said, I salute him because that's receipt. Fair is fair. What I needed him to do, take the L. Say his name. Don't give him a name of somebody that got 3 subscribers to their channel. You're being unfair. You know what? He has such, and you know what I learned YouTube? There's different level. There's different level on YouTube. You got that. It's about 5 level. I figure it out. You got that level. I would say Joyce Reed. I don't know if I'm saying that woman's name. I'm just calling her out because I'm covering some stuff. Joyce Reed, Don Lemon, that's one level. And then you got that's level 1. You got that level 2. That level 2 would be like Atasha K. Y'all know her. I'm going to throw her there. That level 3 would be, what is his name? R.C. Blake. That level 4 would be Leonard Honor. And then that level 5 would be someone like me, smaller channel. Now, and in Mr. Honor's level, he's respected. He you know, it's like, you know, all bow down to him. And I respect that. And those that are on that level like me want to get on that honor level, right? So the guy who blew it, who blew the spot with that check, this man's channel is comparable to my channel. He has 5,800. I have 5,500. Now, family, I'm going to keep it real with you. 500 fell off, which is okay. And that moment of silence, it's okay. You know why? Just because he introduced me to YouTube, I'm not gonna bow down and not call you on something that wasn't fair. And if his hardcore wants to fall off, please. I don't want that level of hatred in my space. And before I exit this channel, I apologize. But let me tell you the reason for my rage. You and I have an open level of communication. You should have reached out to me, allow me to get back with you like we normally do. I would have handled the situation. And then once I dot all my I's, cross my T, I gave you receipt, then you go make your live and say, but family, I did touch base with Marianne. Here's a receipt. Your ego was so big, you didn't want that little channel to upstage you. Your cybersecurity, I gave that to you in September. I missed it, I took an L. You missed it, take an L as well. But you shot me. I'm wounded. And on my moment of wounded, all of them that hated me in the shadow attacked me. Listen, I came on the scene. The channel grew rapidly. The channel was monetized within 4 week. Stop, family. We're going to talk straight tonight. Listen, I do things on the ground, boots on the ground. When I discovered this YouTube channel that he helped me grow, which I've always publicly thank him, and I continue even behind closed door, thank him for his mentorship, for bringing me on the spot. You understand? But what I will not do, I will not sit here and bother you. You handle it wrong. You handle
Okay, y'all. That's that. So she didn't provide any sound clarity. There was no answers. The chat did eat her up. They ate her up, but you know, I could go into that, but I'm not. But all right, y'all. So sum it up. She sat with Umar's legal team, and I'm starting to think that this was not her legal team, but she sat with the Umar's camp. They gave her a check. That check that they gave her, she didn't cash it. That's what she says in her first video. But she shot a screenshot of it and she sent it to Lennon. And then at some point, she goes and she cashes the check. She didn't want to put it in her account because she didn't want to jeopardize her account just in case it's a bad check. So she opens an account at Chase Manhattan. She deposits the check there. The check clears. Then she takes out the funds, closes the account. She takes the check that they issued her, a cashier's check, and deposits it into Huntington Bank. She discovers that Umar Johnson's check came from Dollar Tree Bank. Kidding. Came from Dollar. Oh, y'all, this is funny. Came from Dollar Bank, which is on brand for Umar. But she wants to know, what does she want to know? Like, you know, you act like you're trying to be Candace Owens here. You can't, because there's no investigation needed. Why do you want to know where the funds came from? Who cares? The funds cleared. And if you really want to know what the funds came from, Dollar Bank is not going to be able to tell you that. The donors may be able to tell you that, but not the Dollar Bank. All right. So she's opening up an investigation. She wants security to figure out where the check came from, whatever. Okay, because that is a Ohio bank, and Umar does not resign in Ohio. Resign in Ohio. I think that's adorable. So now we fast forward to somebody looked at the fine print, which is what we all should do, right? Looked at the fine print. The check says that this is not a valid check. Do not cash, whatever it said. Okay. Now she admits that this is a check that she sent Lennon. She admits this is the check that she sent Lennon. Now, remember, she also mentioned the cashier's check that she got from Dollar Bank. She mentioned that is a cashier's check. That cashier's check does not look anything like the check that she sent to Lennon. Okay, let's just keep that in mind. A cashier's check looks drastically different than the check that she sent to Lennon. Okay, boom. Lennon posts the check. No, somebody sends the fine print to Lennon. Cairo, stop. Sorry. Somebody sends the check to Lennon and says, look at the fine print. Lennon says, oh shit. Reaches out to Marianne. Yo, can we talk about this? Couldn't reach Marianne, but the internet ain't waiting on Marianne, y'all. The internet ain't waiting on Marianne. The internet is interneting, okay? Lennon's like, I got to get in front of this. 2 hours later, he goes live with it. And then he's talking about, what the thing is, and he's still having while we're doing this, let me go do something real quick. He's talking about, how he still has faith in Marianne because he can't wear that egg on his face, y'all. He just can't. He cannot wear that egg on his face. So then Marianne, he finally connects with Marianne and she's livid. She crashes out. She loses her shit, right? He's trying to keep her grounded. He did a very good job at doing so. He's attempting to keep her grounded because he needs to extract the facts, right? He needs to extract the facts, but he couldn't. It was a failed mission because he couldn't extract the facts. I'm looking for my Lennon Honor subscription. Not subscription. Subscription. I'm tripping. Let me see. She's looking for, where is Lennon Honor? Let me go just type it in, y'all. My thoughts. Yep, here it is. Okay. Oh, y'all, it hurts my heart to even listen to him. Y'all, he's devastated and it's hard to listen to him. Why do I want to bring him up? Damn, I forgot. Hopefully it'll come back as I finish, wrapping this up. Summarizing everything. Okay. So they got on the chat. She says that she's going to call Umar. Apparently Umar picks up the phone. Who knows? Lennon mutes the call. She doesn't present any receipt at all. She doesn't present receipts for the $500,000 lawsuit, that the paperwork that she was served. She had to be served, right? She had to be served to even know that she was being sued for $500,000. Can you present that, Marianne? Can we get you to present that? We need some presentments here. Okay. We need some presentments here, Marianne. So can you present that? We only need about 2 presentments, just 2, to authenticate your story, to authenticate you once again, to reestablish and redeem your trust, or our trust rather. So if you can produce the document that says that notified you that you were being sued for $500,000 from the one Mr. Umar Johnson, Obuntu Didinde, Atunde, Badundu. Okay. So if you can produce that document, okay. And then if you can produce your bank statements that shows that the cashier's check was deposited. So you got the cashier's check. I'm walking you through this because it's very simple. You got the cashier's check from Chase Manhattan that you were issued once you closed that account, correct? Are we tracking? Okay. Once you got that cashier's check, you then took that to Huntington Bank and you deposited into your accounts, and then you ciphered out part of it and you put it into a different account. Can we get the screenshot of your bank account that shows that you deposited the check from Chase Manhattan into Huntington? Boom, case closed, story over, saga done. Everybody go about your business. Ain't nothing more to see here. Can we do that? Okay. That's it. I'm done. You had nothing from nothing leaves nothing. Oh my gosh. The fact that she was so comfortable calling him was telling. I'm online looking for this dollar bank location. Yes. Yeah. Let me know if you find it. I'll wait. Everybody else gonna hop off by then, but I'll wait. So y'all, I think it's safe to say I mean, from the basis alone that she's claiming that that is the check, but then she mentions a cashier's check. But from the fact that she is just going to stick with that, and I thought she said the check was from, right. What? Oh my God, Black Betty. That's right. Yo, what happened to that? What happened to? Well, maybe that's why it came from Dollar Bank. Maybe the loan sharks had an account at Dollar Bank, because it does seem sketchy. Dollar Bank. Who would want to put their money in Dollar Bank? But yeah, so what happened to that? Yeah. Black Betty said, and I thought she said this check was from the loan shark. Y'all, she didn't mention loan shark not one time. Not once. Oh my God. Not a Dollar Tree FanDuel investment bank. Not that. That's how they get their funds. They get their funds to from FanDuel, and that's how they open a bank. Right? That's how they open a bank. So there is a Dollar Bank in Ohio. Well, I don't know. Let me see. My person here, EVP37, is looking it up. That person may not be here no more. Okay. Ace Nation said it is. Okay. So, I mean, that's interesting. If the cashier's check came from Dollar Bank, but that's not the check that she sent Lynn Honor. But that's what time is it? Yep, move a time. Okay, so Ace Nation said yes. He or she Googled it. Okay, so that's interesting. If Umar, he could have a bank account in Ohio. Who knows? Or I don't know. But anyway, to surmise this all up, it seems like the dots are not connecting. Okay, it seems like the dots are indeed not connecting. Yep. Ace Nation, baby, there is no check. Can you get that through your Victorian head? There is no check, is what Ace Nation is telling me. This was all fabricated. Let's call a spade a spade. It's an advertisement. Yep. There's nothing else to say. I was going to bring Lynn and Honor up for a reason, but I can't remember the reason. Oh, I do want to see if he, yeah, I mean, Ace, listen, you got it. Okay. But I did, yeah, he hasn't, yeah, he went dark, he went down. So, and I don't know when he's going to come back, but when he's going to resurface. Yeah. So that's it. I think that we have all come to the logical conclusion. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna read this to y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this on his channel real quick. Hold on, y'all. There is something on his channel. Lynn and Honor search. Where was it? Oh, maybe go to post. How can you find the post? Here, let me share my screen so y'all can see what I'm looking for. Okay. So I'm subscribed, but let me see. This is a video that he just posted because he's down. So, but he's still giving his members something to look at. But if I can't find this post, then post. Oh, y'all, look at me. Look at me. Okay, here. Let me put this on full screen. Okay. It says, it has been confirmed Marianne Lorient lied about the $68,000 settlement, the $68,000 settlement check. There will be no more grace, no more benefit of the doubt. She is a liar! Exclamation point. I should have been more diligent, more critical, and more vetted everything. I let my guard down because she was a woman that Umar exploited. I trusted her and got played. Never again. Okay, so that was 1 day ago. Okay, folks. There you have it. I can't wait to find out how he figure out he oh, thank you. Thank you, William Martin. I hope so. That'd be fun if I got monetized. That'd be really fun. He has $1 million stash. He has millions stash. Who is this? Wait. Who is this? Barn Keith? Who got millions stashed? Who? Come tell me who. Oh, thank you, J. Charles. The underscore J. Charles. Who got millions stashed? It's all soup opera. You said that yesterday. No, you said that earlier today, actually. And I responded. Umar will pass inspection before we get proof of. Who said this? Umar will pass inspection before we get proof of a check, y'all. I can't. I am dead. I am so dead. I'm dead. I'm fully dead, y'all. Because then we all know for sure that check ain't coming through. We ain't ever gonna see that check because he ain't ever gonna see an inspection pass. Oh God, that's hilarious. I gotta give you that one. That one was good. The prince got a stash. What prince? Could you just tell me what you're talking about? What prince got a stash? Who was the prince? She Jean Lee said, I never understood. Hold on. Jean Lee said, I never understood how you sue someone, then you have to pay. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think that that's plausible because, like, say for instance, Marianne did have this information on him, right? Let's just say that. Let's just say that Marianne. Woody back. Wait, Woody who? Woody from that don't look like Woody. Y'all remember Woody from the YSL case? Yeah, countersuit, but also because if she has all of this information on Umar that he is deathly afraid of that will get out, then he will pay her to shut up. And I think that's what she was claiming that this was about. He is paying, he's dropping the lawsuit and he paid her to, like she said, he paid her for her pain and suffering and her therapy. Because apparently Prince Umar, Prince of Panhandleism. You know what? If he does have it, well, you know, some millionaires, they just like being homeless because he could go get himself a little Pierre de, what do they call it? Pierre de terre? A Pierre de terre. He could go get him one of them, just a little small, you know, quaint apartment off in south of France or somewhere, or Manhattan. You know what I mean? Like, so her profile pictures are fake also. Shit, hell if I know. She wanted to attention. She wanted the attention. Yeah. Right. What attorney tells that client we're gonna lose this case, so we might as well not only pursue this lawsuit, but let's give her $68,000. Coming. No check or receipts are coming. Y'all finna get off of here. Y'all ain't finna have me on here all night long. No, she ain't tell everything. Black Betty, she ain't tell everything because apparently something happened behind the scenes while shooting the film. She ain't spilled that tea because I want to know. Yeah. No, somebody said no. We're gonna be here all night long. Y'all not finna kidnap me on this YouTube. Listen, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. Those 4 hours, those 4 to 6 hour marathons, that all belongs to the Umarologist, and I'm gonna let him have it. He can have it all to himself. He can take up that square all in his own. The Umarologist got that. There is no. What's BTS? There is no. What's BTS? Jean Lee said, then why don't Umar pay Lennon for exposing him? Because I think that Lennon has receipts to back everything up. And Marianne ain't come up with the receipts. So at this point, y'all, this is my conclusion. I do think that is a fabrication. Now, the motive of it is what, how did Marianne put it? Bogging my mind. That the motive is what bogging my mind is boggles, but what boggles my mind. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna take this comment down now. Sorry. So we saw what Lennon post. He said that it was proven that the $68,000 was fabricated. And I'm sure when he resurfaces and comes back online, he'll share, his findings. And right now he's really kicking himself in the ass. He's completely kicking himself in the ass because he takes great pride in sharing factual information. And if something is found to be erroneous, then he comes back to correct himself. But this one right here is huge, y'all. This is huge. And so the check is fabricated. The motive is unknown. And then everything else comes into question. The young lady, Marianne said that the person, but let me tell y'all this. I'm gone for real. Marianne said that, I don't know if y'all knew the whole story, the alleged story about the young woman coming to Umar Johnson's hotel room because they were supposed to be rehearsing a scene or whatever, going over lines. And then something, went down and they, something just ain't right. Well, something ain't right about that. But, now it seems. But anyway, and then Umar had to kick the girl out of his room because he said, I cannot let anyone see you leaving my room when the car comes to pick me up. Now, Marianne said that, long story short, is that the girl couldn't get an Uber. Like nobody could get an Uber. So you mean to tell me nobody in the Black consciousness community could get this girl an Uber? Really? And that's what I was thinking while she was sharing the story. I'm like, so nobody could. So what the Black consciousness community, like, what are y'all doing? If y'all can't get a young woman an Uber from having a rendezvous with the King Kong consciousness, Prince of Panhandleism, and he damn sure wasn't going to get her an Uber. Y'all couldn't rally up to get this young woman an Uber so she can get home. But instead, she had to get kicked out his room forcefully at 4 something in the morning. Did that story happen? Don't know. Okay. All right, y'all, stop putting stuff in the chat because I gotta read them. So that story is comes into question. And we don't know if the $500,000 lawsuit was ever presented to her. She hasn't presented anything. So at this point, until documents are presented, I'm going to have to, where's my gavel? I'm going to have to say, order in the court, guilty, guilty as suspected. Okay, y'all? Okay, this is it. Let's go see real quick. Yep, so we know about that. The name has been going in. Okay, yeah, so apparently there's some beef between her and Lene. I don't know. I don't get into that. I don't do drama, so I don't know nothing about that. But apparently there is some beef out there between her and Lene. Okay, somebody said, Jean, none of this is real. Everything that she says is a lie. Y'all talking to me like me. Y'all talking to Jean like y'all were talking to me. Guilty. Yup. Yup. He said guilty. Guilty. Bailiff. Order in the court. Everybody simmer down. Everybody. Order in the court. Bailiff, come do your job. Shalom. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for engaging with me today. It was a ball. I had a blast. And we're going to just sit and wait. But let me see. Hold on, I can find the thumbnail because it's a very unique thumbnail. Advised me to slow down on the lives because as I'm starting out, apparently like going live all the time is not recommended. So I will pause. I'll slow it down a little bit. I just wanted to, do this last little roundup and then just sit back and see how all of this unfolds. And then if something really, really juicy happens, then I will, we'll come together. But other than that, I typically do my lives from the car, and I do a series called Operation Kinder Rose, where I just kind of take my viewers on my trips with me because I drive to New York City all the time. And so I just, we talk and chat and, I just show how I show kindness on the road to everyone. I extend kindness on the road to everyone because that is what we need right now, especially in today's time. We need to be kinder to everyone. And for some reason, when people get behind that steering wheel, they big and bad then, they big badasses. For no reason, not understanding that, that energy that you're putting out, you're only inviting that right into your life. So I just, that's what I do. Operation Kinder Rose is what I say. Somebody said, girl, you better be back tomorrow. You're not going to get me in trouble with my coach. My coach said no. He said, go sit down somewhere. That's what my coach said. Jay Charles said, don't be gone too long, please. No, I won't, but I'm going to let this simmer down. I'm going to let this breathe. Like, a tomahawk steak. You set it aside and you let it breathe before you dive into it. So I'm going to let this breathe and probably wait. Thank you, William Willis Martin. You be safe as well. And we're going to wait for Lynn and Honor to come back and see what unfolds. Okay, y'all? But anyway, stay tuned. Stay connected. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna let the dust clear too. Yup. I sure am. I'm just glad I'm not caught up in the whirlwind of the dust. I'm glad it's not me. But I hope that Marianne Lorient either is vindicated or learns that this does not serve her or serves her community. So that's what I can say. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And if you're in the area that I'm in, then we're supposed to have the snowstorm coming through. So stay warm and cozy inside, indoors. And I will see you all next time. Yeah, we'll wait for the presentation. All right, y'all. Love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.